What if a small act of kindness, something you did every day without thinking, was actually a test that could change your entire life, a test that would prove who you really are? This is a story about a woman named Maya, a woman who loved helping people, and a single moment that revealed the truth about everything. Maya was a single mother of 2. Her son was 7 years old. His name was Aman. He loved dinosaurs and drawing. He would draw them everywhere, on walls, on paper even, on his own clothes. Her daughter was 5. Her name was Zara. Zara was shy. She did not talk much, but she had the biggest heart. They lived in a small apartment. The walls were thin, you could hear the neighbors through them. The sink leaked sometimes. The water bill was high. But Maya never complained. She worked 2 jobs, one at a hospital. She cleaned rooms there. She worked early in the morning. Her second job was at a small shop. She helped customers. She counted money. She cleaned the shelves. She worked until late at night when she got home. She was tired. Her feet hurt. Her back hurt. But she would still play with Aman and Zara. She would read them stories. She would make them laugh. Even when she was exhausted. What kind of person can be this way? What kind of heart does that take? 2. Give love when you are broken inside. But here is what nobody knew: Maya had a secret 10 years ago. Things were different. Maya was not always poor. Before Aman was born, she was married. Her husband was a rich man. He owned businesses, he drove expensive cars. They lived in a big house. But then something happened. One day, he left with another woman. He left without saying goodbye to Maya. He left without even knowing that Aman was on the way. When Aman was born, Maya's husband did not come to the hospital. He did not call. He did not care. He took everything with him. The house, the cars, the money, all of it. He left Maya with nothing. Well, not nothing. He left her with pain and fear, and 2 beautiful children. The court said he had to pay for the children. But he disappeared. He went to another country. He changed his name. No one could find him. So Maya had to do it alone. She had to build everything from nothing. And she did. But there was something else. Something even bigger. Before her husband left, Maya had made an investment, a very good investment. She had put money into a new restaurant. It was a beautiful place. She loved that restaurant. But when her husband left, he took the papers. He took the ownership documents. He said the restaurant was his. He said he owned it. No one believed Maya when she said it was hers too. She had no proof. She had no way to prove it. The restaurant became very popular. It became very successful. People loved it. Critics loved it. It was named one of the best places to eat in the whole city. But Maya could never go there. She was too ashamed. She thought everyone would recognize her. She thought they would see that she used to own part of this beautiful place. She thought they would pity her. So she stayed. Away for 10 years. She stayed away. Then one day, everything changed. It was Zara's birthday. She was turning 5. Zara had never been to a real restaurant. She had never worn a nice dress. She had never felt like a princess. A man loved the restaurant too. He had seen pictures of it. He saw it on the news. He saw people talking about it. He dreamed of going there. So Maya made a decision she would take them. Just once. For Zara's birthday. She saved money for 3 months. She put aside coins and small notes. She skipped meals, so the children could eat more. She worked extra hours finally. She had enough. She bought Zara a beautiful red dress. It was used, but it was clean and pretty. She bought Aman new pants and a shirt. She dressed up herself. She wore a black dress that she had worn on her wedding day. She had kept it all these years. They looked like a real family that night. A family going somewhere special. The restaurant was called Zenith. It was the most beautiful place in the city. The doors were tall and made of glass. You could see inside. The lights were soft and golden. The tables had white cloths. There were flowers on each table. The chairs were so clean they looked new when they walked in. Aman held his mother's hand. Zara held her other hand. They were nervous. They had never been anywhere so fancy. A man was standing at the front. He wore a black suit. His name was Vikram. He was the manager of the restaurant. He looked at them and his smile went away. He looked at Maya's dress. He looked at the children's clothes. He looked at their shoes. And then he looked at them like they did not belong there. "Can I help you?" he asked. But his voice was not warm. His voice was cold. "We have a reservation," Maya said. Her heart was beating fast. For 3 people under the name Maya Sharma. Vikram looked at his computer. He looked for a long time. "I do not see any reservation," he said. "This is a very busy restaurant. We do not have space for unplanned guests." He did not say what he meant, but everyone could understand. He meant we do not have space for people like you. A man pulled his mother's hand. He was scared. "But I called yesterday," Maya said. "I booked it yesterday?" "I do not remember any call," Vikram said. He turned away. He looked at the other customers. They were watching. They were wondering what would happen. "This restaurant requires smart dress," Vikram said. He did not. "Even look at Maya. You do not seem to meet that requirement. Perhaps you should try another place. There is a food court in the mall, just down the street." A food court in the mall. He was telling them to leave. Zara started to cry. She was 5 years old. She had a new dress. She had been so excited, and now she was crying. Maya picked her up. She held her tight. A man looked at the ground. His face was red. Other people in the restaurant were looking at them. Some felt bad. Some looked away. Some looked angry that poor people had tried to come to their place. Maya turned to leave, but then she stopped. She turned back to Vikram. "My daughter wanted to celebrate her birthday here," Maya said quietly. "She is 5 today. That was all. We did not come to cause trouble. We came because this place is special. We came because I used to love this place." "Used to?" Vikram asked. His voice was mean. "Did you used to work as a cleaner? Here or something?" Some of the customers laughed, but Maya did not react. She just held her children close and walked to the door. When they got to their car, Aman asked, "Why did that man speak to you that way, Mama?" Maya did not have an answer. She held both her children and let them cry on her shoulder. She cried too. That night, after the children were asleep, Maya sat alone. She thought about that day. She thought about Vikram's face. She thought about how he had looked at her like she was nothing. She thought about the restaurant. She thought about her investment. She thought about how she had lost it all. And then she did something she had not done in 10 years. She found the old papers, the original investment documents. She had kept them hidden in a box under her bed. She read them again. Her name was there, Maya Sharma. She was listed as a part owner. She had invested money, real money. Lots of. The investment had been turned into a part ownership in the restaurant all these years. She had thought it was lost, but the papers said it was real. It said she owned part of the restaurant. So she made a phone call. She called a lawyer. She told him about the papers. The lawyer was shocked. "These are real documents," he said. "Do you know what this means? You own 40% of that restaurant. Do you know what that restaurant is worth?" Maya did not know. The lawyer told her. The number was so big it did not feel real. It was enough money to change everything. Why did you not come forward? Before? The lawyer asked. I did not think anyone would believe me. Maya said. I did not have proof. I thought my husband would have changed everything by now, but the lawyer checked. He found that her husband had never actually transferred the ownership legally. He had just taken control. He had forged some papers, but the original investment was never officially changed. Maya's name was still there. She owned part of the restaurant, and now she could prove it. 3 months later, there was a meeting. The lawyer set it up. The new owners of the restaurant had to meet with Maya. The restaurant had changed hands 3 times since her husband had disappeared, but none of them had checked the original documents carefully. The current owner was a businessman named Mr. Desai. He did not know about Maya when he learned. He was angry. He said he did not care about old papers. He said she was trying to steal. He said he would not give her anything. But he was wrong. The papers were real. The lawyer had checked everything. The court had checked everything. Maya had every right to her share. So the court ordered it. Mr. Desai had to pay Maya for her 40% ownership. He had to pay her for all the years that the restaurant had made money. He had to pay her everything. The amount of money was enormous. It was enough to change everything. But here is the thing about Maya. Here is what made this story special. She did not just take the money and disappear. She did not just buy a house and a car and forget everything. She had a plan. A beautiful plan. The lawyer arranged another meeting this time. It was at the restaurant. Maya walked in through the same doors. She wore the black dress again. The one from her wedding day. A man and Zara were with her. A man had grown taller. Zara was no longer 5. She was 6. Now the restaurant was full of people. The owner, Mr. Desai, was there. The manager, Vikram, was there too. Everyone was wondering why they had been called to a meeting. Maya stood up. She did not need a microphone. Everyone went quiet to listen. I used to own part of this restaurant, she said. I invested in it a long time ago. I gave it everything I had, and then I lost it. Vikram looked confused. He looked at the owner. A few months ago, Maya continued, I found my original documents. The court gave me back what was mine. They gave me money. A lot of money. She paused. She looked at Vikram. 3 months ago, a woman came to this restaurant. A single mother. She brought her daughter for her birthday, and a man named Vikram told them to leave. He was mean to them. He made a child cry on her birthday. Everyone in the restaurant looked at Vikram. His face turned white. That woman was me, Maya said, and I will never forget how that felt. Vikram started to stand up. He wanted to leave, but the owner told him to sit down. This moment, Maya said, taught me something important. Money is not about having a big house or a fancy car. Money is about power. It is about the power to make things better. It is about the power to choose kindness. She looked at the owner. I have come here to tell you something. And she said, I am using my money to create something new. A place where every person is welcome, where poor people and rich people can come together, where families like mine can celebrate without being judged. She paused. I am opening a new restaurant. It will be the most beautiful place, but it will also be the most kind place. Every 5th customer will eat for free. Every mother who cannot afford good food will be fed. Every child will feel welcome there. The people in the restaurant began to applaud. Some were crying, but that was not the most important part. The most important part came next. Maya looked at Vikram. I came here to ask you something, she said. Vikram was shaking. He thought she was going to destroy him. He thought she was going to make sure he never worked again. I came here to offer you a job, Maya said. Everyone gasped. A job? Vikram asked. He could not believe it. Yes, Maya said. I want you to be the manager of my new restaurant. I want you to learn what kindness means. I want you to understand what it feels like to help people who are struggling. I want you to see that every person who walks through a door deserves respect. Every person deserves to be treated with dignity. Vikram started to cry. If you agree to work for me, Maya continued, I will pay you well. I will train you. I will teach you how to see people, not to judge them by their clothes or their shoes, but to see their hearts. Vikram could not speak. He just nodded. 2 years later, Maya's restaurant opened. It was called Hope. It was beautiful. The design was modern. The food was amazing. Critics loved it. But what made it special was different. It was special because of the people. Every day, mothers came with their children. Some could not afford to pay, but they could still eat. They could still sit at a table with clean cloth. They could still be treated like they mattered. A man worked there sometimes. He was a little older now. He wanted to help. He would help carry plates. He would talk to the children. He would make them laugh. Zara became a regular. She sat in the corner and drew pictures. The customers loved her. They would ask for her drawings. They would put them on their walls, at home. And Vikram had changed. He was not the mean man anymore. He had learned to see people, really see them. He would go to each table and ask how they were. He would sit and talk to families. He would know everyone's name. He would remember when a child had a birthday one day. A poor family came in. A man and his children. The man looked scared. He looked like he did not have much money. Vikram went to them. Welcome to Hope, he said, with a warm smile. You are exactly who we hope to see today. Your meal is free today. We are celebrating people like you. People with big hearts and big dreams. The man started to cry. That man later told his whole family about what Vikram had done. He told all his friends. He told everyone he knew. Word spread quickly. People came from far. Away they came, because they heard about the restaurant. They heard about the kindness. Rich people came and paid extra money, so that poor people could eat for free. It became a place where everyone was equal. It became a place where a child could celebrate their birthday and feel like a princess. But the most beautiful part of the story? It came on Zara's 7th birthday. The restaurant was full that day. All the staff wore special clothes. They had decorated with balloons and flowers. Zara sat at the best table. The one by the window. The one that looked out onto the street below. A man sat next to her. He was older now. He was almost 9. But he was still protective of his sister. Maya sat across from them. She was not tired anymore. Her face had changed. She smiled now. She laughed now. She was free. The chef made the most beautiful cake. It was shaped like a dinosaur. It was Aman's favorite, but he told them to make it for Zara. Because Zara should know what it feels like to get the thing you really want, he said. When they brought the cake out, everyone in the restaurant sang Zara, closed her eyes, and made a wish. What did you wish for? Aman asked. Zara looked at her mother. I wished that we never have to be hungry again, she said. I wish that everyone could feel how I feel right now. I wish that everyone could be happy. Maya held her daughter close. Your wish is already coming true, Maya whispered. Look around. Look at all these people. Everyone here is happy. Everyone here is safe. 3 years after that night, something amazing happened. A man was in school. He was 12 years old now. He was doing a project about successful businesses. He wanted to learn about his mother's restaurant. So he went to the library. He looked it up in magazines and newspapers. Found something surprising. A journalist had written a whole article about his mother, about how she went from being poor to opening a restaurant that changed people's lives. The article was called The Woman Who Forgot How to Be Sad. In the article, It said that over 50,000 people had eaten for free at the restaurant. It said that 5 other restaurants had opened the same way other people had been inspired by Maya's dream. It said that Vikram had been offered jobs at other fancy restaurants, jobs that paid more money, but he had refused. He said he wanted to stay with Maya. He said he wanted to keep helping people. It said that poor families now had a place to go, a place where they did not have to feel small, a place where they could celebrate. But the most important thing in the article was a quote from Vikram. Maya taught me that the point of life is not money. He said the point of life is to see people, to really see them, to know their pain and their dreams. When you see people like that, you cannot help but love them. You cannot help but want to help them. A man read this and he cried. He cried because he understood something for the first time. He understood that his mother was a hero. Not because she was rich, but because she was kind. Not because she owned something, but because she gave it away. Not because she succeeded for herself, but because she succeeded for others that night. Aman asked his mother a question. "Mama, are you happy now?" Maya thought about it. She thought about the days when she was so tired, when she worked 2 jobs, when she could not afford to feed her children properly, when she cried in the bathroom. So, the children would not see. She thought about the day at the restaurant, when Vikram was mean to them. She thought about how that pain had led her to discovery, that pain had led her to find the truth, that pain had led her to create something beautiful. "Yes, Beta," she said. "I am happy now, but not because I have money. I am happy because I have purpose. I am happy because when I wake up, I know that I will help someone. I know that someone will smile because of me. I know that a child will feel like they matter." "But do you ever think about what Vikram did to us?" Aman asked. Maya smiled. "Every day," she said, "but not with anger, with gratitude." "Gratitude?" Aman was confused. "Yes," Maya said. "That day taught me that the world can be cruel, but it also taught me that I could choose to be different. I could choose to be kind. I could choose to be the person I always wanted to be. In a way, Vikram gave me a gift. He gave me the reason to become better. And this is where the story ends. But not really. Because the story continues every day. Every day, families walk into the restaurant called Hope. Every day, someone is treated with kindness when they expected to be turned away. Every day, a child feels special. A child feels like they matter. Every day, Vikram smiles at people and means it. Every day, Maya goes to work. Not because she needs money, but because she loves what she does. And every day, somewhere in the city, someone hears about this restaurant. Someone hears about this woman. Someone hears about this dream. And they think, maybe I can do that too. Maybe I can be kind. Maybe I can help someone. Maybe I can change something small in the world, you see? The thing about kindness is this. Kindness is not about being weak. Kindness is not about being taken advantage of. Kindness is the strongest force in the world, because kindness spreads. One act of kindness creates another act of kindness. One kind person inspires another kind person. One kind moment can change everything. Maya's mother never knew what would happen that night. She never knew that being turned away would lead to something so beautiful. But here is what I want you to know. Here is what I want you to understand in your life. Right now, you are being tested too. Not by a restaurant manager. Maybe not in a dramatic way, but you are being tested. Every time you see someone struggling, you are being tested. Every time you have a chance to be kind, you are being tested. Every time you can help someone, but you choose to look away, you are being tested. The question is, will you pass the test? Will you be like Vikram? Will you look at people and judge them by their clothes and their shoes? Or will you be like Maya? Will you see people? Really see them? Will you understand their pain? Will you pass the test? Because remember this, your kindness might change someone's entire life. Your small act of love might inspire a movement. Your choice to be different might change everything, so be kind, be truly kind, not because you will be rewarded, but because the world needs it, because the people around you need it, because you will need it too, because kindness is the answer to everything. And this story, this beautiful story of Maya and Vikram and the restaurant called Hope, this story proves it. This is not just a story. This is a truth, and now you know it. Now you carry it forward. Now you become part of it. Because the moment you choose kindness, the moment you choose to really see people, you become Maya. You become the person who changes everything. Not tomorrow, today, right now. This very moment. What will you do with it?